There are two important aspects we must look at in the story of Robinson Crusoe. One is the setting, and the other is the symbols. To start with, the setting is very important to Robinson Crusoe. It's safe to say that this book could only take place on a deserted island. The whole point is that Crusoe is alone and unable to leave the island. Crusoe was very lucky to land on this island near the Orinoco River in South America. It is tropical and hot, but with enough shade and fresh water so as not to be harmed by the heat. There is lots of vegetation on the island, so Crusoe can eat fruit and even grapes. The island is also hilly, so he is able to build defensive structures to protect himself. Which takes us to the next factor, symbols. There aren't many symbols in the story. However, the most important one is the footprint, which is directly related to the island setting. The island represents Crusoe's isolation, and the footprint represents him coming back into contact with other people. Which brings us to the most important question. How does Crusoe actually feel about others? When Crusoe sees the footprint in the sand, he immediately becomes frightened. He quickly runs away and imagines that the maker of the footprint will hurt or harm him. He never thinks that it might be from a friendly person. Now, he's been complaining that he is lonely, so you'd think that he might be happy to see the footprint. After all, he hasn't seen a human for about 15 years. But no, he just assumes that the footprint is a very bad sign, which makes us ask ourselves, does Crusoe actually want to go back to civilization, or does he prefer living in isolation? In this way, the footprint represents his feelings and how confused he is about human company.